The Ford Bronco is one of the most customized vehicles in the world. Well, Ford wanted to take some of that action for itself. It has a program called the Ford Custom Garage, and you can actually buy these through the dealership. And now it's created a new special edition version of the Bronco called the Desert Rising. And it comes in a really interesting color, asking a very interesting question. What if Barbie wanted her own very special version of the Jeep? So I'm ready to reveal to you the new special edition version of the Bronco. Say hello to the Bronco Desert Rising. So like I said, the new Ford Bronco Desert Rising is the latest from the Ford Custom Garage. And as you can tell from the outside, the custom color on this is magenta. You get a magenta grille with the magenta Bronco logo. I think it is so cool. You can get it in a couple of different colors besides this white. If you think that looks a little bit too girly, you can get it in a black as well. You can also get it in avalanche gray. And if you want to be really crazy, you can actually get it in red as well. No matter which color you get, you're going to be getting it in these white wheels with these Goodyear off-road tires, which looks really cool. You've got a big, nice running board, making it really easy to get into. You've got these crazy magenta side graphics, which are supposed to look like the rising sun in Moab, Utah, which is really cool. I love how cool this looks. I know I referenced Barbie. Ford wasn't too happy about that, but again, how does this not look like Barbie's dream Bronco? I think it is just such a cool thing. Listen, girls drive off-roaders too, and men should not be afraid to drive a car with a little bit of pink on it, in my opinion. And when we look at the inside, I think this is the coolest touch of this particular vehicle. We really do have some magenta seats. These are a special leather seat for this special edition version of the Bronco. We actually have leather seats done up in pink. That is one of the coolest things that I've seen in a long time. Now, that is really cool. No matter which of the exterior colors you get, you are going to be getting the pink seats. You also get pink seats here in the back as well. Again, if you don't love the white and pink, I think the black and pink is going to be a super cool look as well. You always get the hard top roof with this as well. So I think the whole black and pink is going to be a nice combination as well, especially with the white wheels. The black with the white wheels is going to be a pretty cool look on this as well. You get a Ford Custom Garage badge right here, letting you know that you bought a really special Bronco. And if you get one of the other colors besides white, the white Bronco here in the back is going to stand out in a really cool way. Oh, and don't worry, when Ford said it was going to fly us out to a racetrack in Michigan, it wasn't just to go see a pink Bronco. The Ford Custom Garage lets you make your Ford model faster with a warranty, and we got to drive them on the racetrack. Let's start with the one that I think was my favorite. If you've always wanted Ford to do a sportier version of its small Maverick pickup truck, the wait is over. Say hello to the Ford Maverick SV300T. All right, time to find out how the Maverick SV300T feels like on a little autocross here. Ready? All right, we've got some turbo lag off the line, but let's see how these lowering springs handle in the slalom. The steering is still a little bit loosey-goosey. They haven't done too much to tighten that up, but the truck itself is sticking to the ground pretty well. This is a nice little sport truck. I'm not gonna go ahead and say that this is a return to a hot hatchback like a Focus or Fiesta ST. This is a way bigger, longer truck, but the power is finally there with 50 more horsepower than you get in the standard Maverick. Whee! This is actually a pretty fun little autocross car. Now, believe it or not, Ford's engineers actually told me that they don't have a 0 to 60 number for this 300 horsepower Maverick, but I have a race box with me. So why don't we find out together how quickly it'll do the run. Let's floor it and build up the revs. Oh my gosh, it builds up a lot. That's a little over 4,000 RPM. That's a wheel spinning start. And that's 60. That was 6.33 seconds. 6.33 seconds. That's pretty quick for a little Maverick. And honestly, I gotta say, this is a cool little package. If I had a Ford Maverick or I was looking to order one brand new from the factory and I wanted it to look really cool and handle a lot better, and I just wanted a little bit more power, I wanted something cool that nobody else in my neighborhood or none of my friends had, I think this is the way that I would go. I mean, the Lobo is already really cool, but if you want the extra power, this is a great way to do it. I mean, there's aftermarket tuners, but this keeps your warranty, which is really cool. And I just love the styling that this adds. The fact that you know it's from Ford, you know it's backed, you know it's all from Ford, you know that they put their stamp of approval behind it. And it handles really well too. You know that you're not just getting power. You know that they're doing other things to keep the car all in line. You know that they're making other cool improvements to the car. It's a really nice bundle of options together, and there's nothing else like this on the market. The Hyundai Santa Cruz is dying. It wasn't really the same type of truck as the Ford Maverick anyway. I already thought the Lobo was a step in the right direction, but this SV300T is even better. I really hope that Ford continues making cars like this. Maybe we'll even see a more widely released Ford Maverick that more people can buy. Maybe one day we'll finally see a Maverick ST. Now, I did also plan to show you two other vehicles based on the Ford F-150 and the Ford Mustang, but I was a little bit short for time on filming, and as you'll see in this footage of the Ford Mustang FP 800S, the instructor that I was with didn't trust my driving for whatever reason. We were on this really short autocross course that was not all that difficult. I told him I was not trying to drive that fast, but he kept reaching over to my steering wheel and telling me like where to go on the track. I told him I was not trying to set fast lap times. I was just trying to take it easy and film for the purposes of getting this video done, but yet he reached over, grabbed my steering wheel, kept talking through my video, and I could not get it done. So just doing voiceover, I can basically tell you the FP 800S Mustang is a really interesting way to go. It's an $18,500 package to get 800 horsepower out of a Mustang. So you could basically do it for $46,800 on top of a Mustang. So you could order a Mustang GT and then $18,500, but that doesn't include the installation. So you're really getting up there in price. I mean, you're not really at the price of a Dark Horse SC quite yet, so cheaper than that, even though you're getting more power than that. The only thing is you are still getting the Getrag manual. You're not getting the Tremec manual that you would get in a Dark Horse, but you're getting a ton of power. You're getting some really cool styling. You can get it in black, you can get a bronze package, or you can get a gray package, all of which look really cool. And the extra handling that they give you with the FP 800S package is well worth it. And on the track, I found that 800 horsepower was pretty easy to put down, even though the instructor didn't think that I was doing a very good job with it. So what does an 800 horsepower Mustang feel like? In a word, extremely fast. You get a ton of power, which is to be expected, but Ford also does plenty to upgrade the handling on this car. We're driving the 10-speed automatic, but of course you can get it with a 6-speed manual as well, if you want, which is great. It's going to be the Getrag manual, not the Tremec that you get in the Dark Horse, because these are all GT-based Mustangs. But man, they've really done a great job with the suspension on this car. Having no problems putting down 800 horsepower mid-corner on these cars. Really easy. And then there's the F-150 700S package. Now this one is really cool. It's about $27,000 installed on top of a Ford F-150. The only requirement is that you pick a V8 F-150. So you could theoretically do this for about $67,000 or so. And yes, you can do it on a regular cab, rear-wheel drive model, which is really, really neat. I actually got to drive one of those and see how quickly I could lay down a 0 to 60 time. I believe we got a 0 to 60 time of about 4.3 seconds was the quickest. That was with a quad cab four-wheel drive model. It was a little bit slower with the rear-wheel drive model. I believe that one was about 4.5 seconds, so not quite as quick, but that is really fast, almost as quick as you would do in something like a Ram TRX, but you can get this really simple. You can get it with cloth seats, you can get it with rubber floors, you can get a regular cab, and that is something that not a lot of other manufacturers offer, with a warranty, with 700 horsepower, with a supercharger. So that is a really cool package.